Hey, what's up, guys? This is Racing Raved, and welcome to episode 3 of Monoposto My Team Career Mode for the Japanese Grand Prix. If you haven't watched the previous episodes of Bahrain Grand Prix and the Chinese Grand Prix, definitely go check that out. You will enjoy them very much. We had some pretty good quality racing in China. We had to go from the back of the grid. We started off with a 5-second time penalty in the first lap, which costed us the P3, and there was a photo finish with signs with the last lap crash that cost us the P3. And so we are hoping a good look to the podium place in this race. And also I have a upgraded rear wing and underfloor for this race. I bought an upgrade for this race in the Japanese Grand Prix. So now let's go to qualifying and see how good that pace will be. The first run was not good, as you have seen. I was 3.5 seconds off pace, and so now this is the second run and the final run that we are gonna do on this set of stops, because we are gonna use every time 2 set of stops in every race, and it was a pretty average qualifying session for us. We ended up P9 and Oliver Bearman ended up P16. So now let's head on to the grid.
It is time to go racing at Suzuka, and the Japanese Grand Prix is underway.
And it's lights out, and away we go. And Alonso get the better start of us with the soft tires, and we're starting on the medium tires, as you can see. And Alonso tried to go down the outside of us, but Hamilton is trying to do the move in our inside, but he does it. He does it through the first corner of aces, but we are wheel to wheel through the corners of the first turns of Suzuka, and we are having pretty good race, and we have gained 2 positions already from Stroll and Norris, and we are up to P7. And we try to go down the inside of Sainz, and we hit the wall there. Just a bit of contact. I don't think we have much damage on our car. Just a little bit of bodywork damage there, said by a race engineer, but that I don't think it will affect, but not too much, around 1/10, 2000th, something like that. But we are now good, and you can see the 2 Red Bulls, and Charles Leclerc has got 2-second gap. But on the next lap we reach out to Max Verstappen, because the upgrade package that we bought into Japan with the rear wing and the underfloor is really paying off, and we go out of the circuit to overtake Verstappen, and we overtake Verstappen. A nice overtake on Verstappen has worked on the medium tires, and so now we are running down the back of Perez, but Perez is using his ERS, and I do not have that much ERS space, so I was not fighting and using all of my ERS, but we have bought that downforce upgrade and the rear wing upgrade, so we overtake him on the final straight, start finish straight, and we stayed the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, 129.3, that is 2 seconds faster than the fastest lap previously. And Perez is using, and we hit Perez, and it is an instant safety car. I mean, Perez had recovered from the crash, but I don't know for what reason the safety car is this may be the safety car, because of the barriers was damaged. And we come into the following lap in the pits to get our next set of hard tires, because we are gonna go for 7 laps in these hard tires. We are in the pits, and there we go. I choose the hard tires, and there is a forecast of rain in the middle of the race, and that will end within 5 laps. And so we come out of the pits onto P13, I guess. And Oliver Bearman has lost 2 places to George Russell and Lance Stroll, and the safety car is now ending. We are all bunched up. I have charged up the ERS through the whole lap, and you can see me warming up those hard tires. We are using new hard tires, which means fresher hard tires, and so we are gonna have a grip. And as we are back to racing in Suzuka, we have a 5-second time penalty after hitting Perez, which is not very bad, as we go out and we take another 5-second time penalty for hitting Sainz. I mean Sunoda. Sorry. We get a total 10-second time penalty. As you can see, the track is getting darker, which means the track is getting overcast. The track is going overcast, and the rain might start soon. The rain might start soon. As you can see, my engineer has told me that the race will start soon, if you have heard closely, and I am pretty worried about that, because I lost up to all these places to do the undercut, and if we all pit, I mean, we will lose that 10 seconds that I used up in the safety car to pit for these hard tires, as I overtake the Alonso. And you can see those raindrops in the halo and the camera view. Oh no. And the tire grip has also decreased. You can see the sun is still shining, but this is not enough. We have to now go into the pits, take out our intermediate tires, and I have lost that 10 seconds that I have used in the safety car to change to the hard tires. So this is a pretty big disaster. As you will see that most of us will go into the pits line by line as we overtake Norris, and we clip into Hamilton as we enter into the pits. And so we might gain a few positions from this, because our pit box is very further up. It is the last box in the whole pit lane. What has my engineer done? What has my race engineer done? Why has he put hard tires on me? Oh my god. Why has the race engineer put hard tires on me, not the intermediate tires? And so this means I have to pit on the following lap again and lose the 20 seconds again, and this means that our race is over. If we do not have an immediate safety car, our race for today is over from this session. And the rear end steps out from us, and there is a corner cut warning for us, and again the rear end steps out and we go into the grass, and there is a safety car. Oh yes, the F1 gods, yes, we have a safety car. I don't know who is out of the race, or who is into the grass, or who has crashed into the tire barriers, I don't know, but it is a safety car that matters, and this is all what I need. I had needed a safety car, but still our race is not good. We will have 3 laps into the safety car, and let's see, we will all be bunched up at the restart with the intermediate tires, and let's see what we can do. And I hope the race engineer chooses the right set of tires on us. And yes, there are the inter tires waiting for us, and we take the inter tires and go straight out into the racetrack to join the back of the grid. We started up P9 and we are now at the back of the grid, which did not help us, and we are at the back of the grid at the safety car ending after 2 laps. And you can see me how aggressive I am trying to warm up the intermediate tires. This is because I will need that heat in the tires to overtake people. And we are back to racing, and oh no, what my race engineer has said to me, the race will end soon. And I straight headed into the pits to take the tires, and what a blunder have I done to go from that hard tires that my race engineer has given me into the set of intermediate tires for only the safety car. You can see I have taken the hard tires, and I mean the sun is out pretty much. The rain has stopped, and I am on the track. The sun is out, the sun is lit bright, which means I am gonna have more grip than those tires and than those people running in the intermediate tires, which means I can close that gap up. If there is no VSC or safety car in this lap, I can get P1, because they all will have to pit off their intermediate tires. As you can see, the sun is shining brightly in the sky, and there is no trace of any kind of rain on the track, which means if I had stayed on that hard tires during the safety car, I could have done something, I could have cooked something, and so now I have done a very bad blunder and I will regret it. You can see the whole pack going there. Out of 200R through towards 130R, we go through 200R through this back straight into the 130R. But if we don't have a VSC or safety car in this lap, we will be good and we might get P1 for this race. And there is a virtual safety car. This was I talking about, and this means our pace is gonna slow down and many people are gonna get 5 second 10 second advantage on me, which I will not get. As you can see, people are coming out of the pits and we are still going through the back straight, and now we overtake many people in the kick Saubers, McLaren, Mercedes, Alpine, Ferrari. We overtake many people coming out of the pit lane, and we have gained 2 places, but we remember we have the 10-second time penalty. If there was no virtual safety car in this at the end of that lap, as Perez is out. Oh, I haven't noticed Perez is out, which caused the virtual safety car. We are currently sitting around with a 10-second time penalty, and I am catching up to the V-carb of Yuki Tsunoda. I'm catching to the back of V-carb of Yuki Tsunoda, because he has gone for the soft tires. I have gone for the hard tires till the end of the race, and I know the AI will go softs and then soft. They are still gonna do the two-stop strategy, I mean single stop strategy from onwards this race, and I'm gonna stick to the zero stop strategy, getting to the end of the race with this hard set of tires. And we crash into Tsunoda. Oh my god, another 5-second time penalty. Tsunoda was trying to overtake the Hulkenberg, and I had a bit of a Stroll moment with Tsunoda as we back-end him, and Tsunoda might have damage, and we again hit Hulkenberg.
They gave us a penalty.
Oh my
Sorry.
god, what am I doing in this Japanese Grand Prix? I have gone from racing rev to Stroll, and now in total I have a 20-second time penalty. And now finishing in the points, leave the podium places. Finishing in the points is very hard for me from now onwards, but I am going for the single stop, I mean no stop, sorry, and the AI will go for the single stop strategy from here. I was happy, and we get track limit warning, 2 warnings, and I was taking risk at the point to get another fastest lap and get ahead of everyone and get that 20 seconds gap, because everyone will pit and lose around 15 seconds in the pit lane. But yeah, I was desperate to get the 20-second gap from there. Why did I say 25? I have only 20 seconds gap, I mean penalty. We have a total of 20 seconds time penalty, and we are at the back of Fernando Alonso, and I am really looking forward to not again be Lance Stroll and hit into him and destroy his race. If you have noticed, Nico Hulkenberg and Yuki Tsunoda both had to pit that lap because of their damage, and they will, I think, come out on the medium tires, and I mean they will be the best option for the AI who are going for the single stop strategy. And I am P3, but yeah, if we do the fastest lap, which means we are faster than everyone, which means I am getting ahead of everyone, which means that I can make the 20-second gap at that pit stop, but I have to be really conservative and attacking in the same place. I have to be conservative and attacking on the same place, because I have to save the tires for 6 laps. I mean, I guess 8 laps, because the tire wear in this game is like you have to, the hards will stay you for 6 laps, max 7 laps, but 8 laps the tire degradation will be so high that you will slide through each corner, and we avoid collision from Norris in that corner, and Norris is really at our back. He is trying to pass us, but we close that door on him, and he is not able to take that place from us, and we are up to P1. We are up to P1, but the problem is everyone will pit, and many of the cars today have 5-second time penalty. Who is that? Alonso has a 5-second time penalty. Verstappen has a 5-second time penalty. Leclerc has a 5-second time penalty. And the V car of Yuki Tsunoda, I guess, has a 5-second time penalty, and everyone has a time penalty, and we get another 5-second time penalty. What the hell is happening in this race? We have a total of 25 seconds worth of time penalty, which is similar to 2 go through penalties in this game. 2 go through penalties, which means you have to go through the pits without changing your tires. So 2 go through penalties in the same race, and we did a pretty bad strategy calls. And if I still end up in the podium in this from this place, I will be sure that the car setup change that I have made and the upgrade that I have bought is the best upgrade that I have bought, and I will not change this underfloor and rear wing for the next few races, because the next race is Imola, which is pretty similar to this track. The traction is pretty similar. Oh no, I mean not Imola but Miami. The traction is pretty similar to this circuit in Japan, so I am gonna keep the rear wing and the underfloor same, and I think I will bring a front wing upgrade at that point. And I was really thinking of going into the pits, putting the soft tires on, but I was thinking of Max Verstappen type, because if I pit I will lose 10 seconds, and I don't know if I will be able to make 10 seconds in 2 to 3 laps, which I am having in the last few laps. I guess I have 2 to 3 laps on this point, because I cannot see because the thing is cropped out, because the 16:9 ratio of the YouTube play is not allowing me to put everything on the screen. But I will try to sort that out, because currently I don't have a background, and that white strips on the top and bottom looks very weird in videos, so I have to crop that portion out of the video of the driver names. But you can still see the driver logos. We can guess who is there. As Perez is out, the one William has a 5-second time penalty, Alpine has a 5-second time penalty, Mercedes has a 5-second time penalty. So most of the people have 5-second time penalties, and we have a 25-second time penalty. As I adjust the camera a bit onto the T-cam camera, I was having a little sideward T-cam camera as we head on to the last lap, and you can see the tire wear that I am having, the amount of tire wear that I am having on the tires. The tires are very worn. You can see straight lines there as we have to go out of the track through the corner, and it is good that I did not receive another 5-second time penalty. And now if you look at the board, I am 18 seconds ahead of Lando Norris, who is leading the race, and next up is Alonso in the Aston Martin, and he has a 5-second time penalty. And next is Verstappen. I am 28 seconds ahead of him, 25 seconds ahead of him, and he also has a 5-second time penalty, which means if I am able to continue through this pace, through this lap in this pace, I will be able to get P3, because many of the guys have 5-second time penalties, as you can see. And if I am able to somehow get 25-second time penalty and get to the podium place, I'll be really happy, because I have made a lot of upgrade in the rear wing and underfloor. The upgrade will be worth it in the next race in Miami. And so through the final corner we come, and what will it be? Will it be P3, P4? 20-second gap from Norris, and we have completed the race in first place. But this will not be the first place finish for us, as we head on to Lando Norris, who is the winner of this Chinese Grand Prix. He wins in Miami, he wins in China, in our world I guess. He wins 2 races including the real life, which means he will be up the points table by a lot, as Max Verstappen crosses the line, but he has a 5-second time penalty, so he will not finish where he finished. As now we are heading on to Lance Stroll without a 5-second time penalty. Now Kevin Magnussen through the final corner in the points Haas, and we finish P3. Oh my god! We have finished P3 with the 25-second time penalty, which means our car is very great, and I have to keep this upgrade going on through this season. And now let's look on to the points table. So I'll not cut out the points now because it is the main thing that I need to show. We get 16 points, 15 points actually for P3, and 1 point for that fastest lap. And so now this is the driver standings championship. We are in P4, which is very great. And so that is it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you have enjoyed. See you in the next one.